Hey, welcome to another installment of Krier's Corner. I'm really excited to share this next thing with you. This is all about Gregorian chant and chant. You might think, oh, chant's old and monks and all that stuff. Doesn't matter what you think. I have had chant's made a big impact in my life, and it's kind of centered me at times, and so I can find chant as just a really beautiful thing that can kind of center us. It's a great way to pray. And I'm just going to teach you some general basics about chant that I learned back when I was in college, and I never chanted before. So I know some students grow up with chant in the church or whatever your background is. I'm going to give you some things that really helped me in performing chant and praying chant. So, okay, first things first is many of you might have a lot of chants that you grew up with or no. I'm going to kind of run through and use phrases of a chant that I really, really love. And it's a very standard Ave Maria chant that is in most hymnals nowadays. So I'm going to sing a couple phrases and then I'm going to kind of break it down a little bit and kind of talk about what I did. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus. All right, that's what I got for this morning. So a couple things with chant that I want you to remember is first, chant is a prayer. And like in speech, if I'm praying or talking, I'm going to use different inflection in my voice. I'm not just going to sing that first phrase. Ave Maria. It's like, Hail Mary, full of grace. We don't talk in straight robotic notes. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. So I speed up and I slow down. Not every note's going to be the same. So my phrase is going to have this nice general arc to it. Or a crescendo, a decrescendo. I call these Renaissance gang signs. A good friend of mine, Ivan Miller, back when he was student teaching with me in Albuquerque, New Mexico, said, ooh, throw up your Renaissance gang signs. And what that means is that we're going to crescendo, or the first part of the phrase, and then decrescendo at the end. And that's going to give us that beautiful phrase. And in phrasing, in music, it's going to have a rise and fall. So if I'm talking to you and I'm getting really excited, and then I might back off a little bit. And by the end, I'm nice and soft. So even when we talk, we do that. But sometimes we just forget that when we apply it to music for some reason. So this is all about phrasing. And this you can apply to every single musical phrase. These same concepts that are all rooted in chant. So do the first phrase again. Ave Maria. So I really was trying to swell. Ria. So I kind of started off soft, then drew my phrase. I'll do it again. Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus. And by the end, I'm like out of breath. I just used as much air as I could to get through that whole phrase. So we got to be thinking about what are the original words of this phrase, and would we sing it? Benedicta tu in mulieribus. Well, we wouldn't talk it like that, so we wouldn't sing it like that. So being connected, that takes a lot of air and breath control. Benedicta tu in mulieribus. So keeping those phrases really connected, making them really legato, so really smooth singing as opposed to staccato singing. So smooth, and we have rise and fall. So that's really it. The last element to that piece of chant that makes it really exciting is it's not the same tempo. Every note is not the same. So if you look at chant notation, Megan put some right there. Thank you. So if you look at chant notation, it's not quarter notes and half notes and whole notes like we learned in elementary music class. It's dots. And that was just because they hadn't really invented the system yet, and they were getting used to how do we get people to sing this. But really, it was you sing how you would speak it. So if I'm praying the prayer, blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. That's how you sing it. So it's got a natural speeding up and slowing down. Benedicta tui mulieribus. So it has a nice smoothness to it. So smooth, legato, speed up, slow down. Another, someone told me, I love this analogy, is if I'm in a car and I'm in town driving and I'm going to stoplights, is you're at a stoplight and the light turns green and then you speed up and go and then you see a yellow and then you have a red. So my speed also kind of crescendos and decrescendos. Green light, I go, and then the yellow light, and then I'm going to slow down and stop. So the same thing has to happen every phrase. So we just say, so the next phrase would be, Et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Jesus. I love that phrase. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen. So a little bit later, I'm coming out with a night prayer in which you'll get a chance to sing that along with me as we pray night prayer in a later episode.